I'm a survivor of suicide. I say that before anything else because it completely defined who I am as a person and the work that I do exponentially. My kids were 7 and 11 when their dad died by suicide, and telling them was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. There are times that I relive that moment on repeat. I can close my eyes and see it like it was yesterday. It is that feeling that ignited my passion to improve awareness and training on suicide prevention. Experiencing suicide on a personal level forever changes who you are and the uncontrollable desire to never let it happen again.
While I have never had to experience the pain of a personal suicide loss, I've always been passionate about mental health. I'm able to embrace that as a health teacher. I spend every day in a suburban school district working with some amazing young people. I see the impact the youth mental health crisis is having. But positively, they want to have this conversation. They want to talk about mental health. And Erika's Lighthouse is helping me to do that by fostering these conversations. The lessons, materials, videos, and teaching guides gave me the confidence to approach mental health in a way that reduces stigma, something I always wanted to do, but didn't know how.
Mike struggled with addiction that spiraled many times, where I spent hours calling every hospital, jail, shelter, and friend that he had trying to find him. He was drowning, and despite treatment, jail, and numerous hospital visits, there seemed to be no helping him. But not everyone has such obvious signs of mental distress. That is why it is so vital that everyone has the education and tools they need to break barriers that we know exist in mental health. I led suicide prevention efforts for one of the largest public school districts in our country. The materials every school accessed through Erika's Lighthouse, regardless of their ability to pay, was a game changer. At a large urban district, equity issues are a top concern, and it is difficult for every school to offer rigorous and impactful curriculum for our students. Erika's Lighthouse removes those barriers, and they consistently update their materials to ensure students have new content that they can connect with so that we can end suicide. Erika's Lighthouse brings awareness to break the stigma of mental health and make it okay to talk about suicide. They give opportunities for students and adults to learn about proactive and positive ways to address mental health and suicide prevention. And most importantly, they give hope to so many that did not have hope before.
I've experienced this firsthand. I had a seemingly well-adjusted student with strong grades, plenty of friends, and an involved and supportive family. After completing the Erika's Lighthouse curriculum, he indicated on his self-referral card that he needed to speak with a mental health care worker in the next 24 hours. The school counselor had never met him before, barely even knowing who he was. He had never appeared to struggle, nor had he asked for help. But the Erika's Lighthouse program empowered him to fill out his referral card and ask for help. That card, and I hope his trust in me as his teacher, saved his life. Not only had he struggled with suicidal thoughts, but he also had a complete plan for following through. Without the Erika's Lighthouse program, that young man may not be with us today.